try and put on my happy face here now. Okay, congratulations to all of you who did do the homework. That's wonderful for those who did. Okay, now as far as this goes, Summer, you're going to be up first. As I find my lesson. Should be not. Summer, your grade please, and tell the class how fast is the left-hand question. Very good. So what she did, hopefully, was just get the square root to both of these. Okay, we'll have to do that lots in here. All good? Okay. Alana, I got bad news for you. You're doing the M&A for this question, please. Can you catch? Your last will probably can catch, right? Catch. Oh, good. Okay. What's the M&A for this question, please? Multiply to what? Not to what?
306 and negative 1, and then negative 18.
Okay, there's lots of different ways to do this, to get those two numbers, okay? The way I did it when I made up this question was I thought, well, I got to find two numbers that are one apart, right? So you have to do that, okay? You can do the square root thing we talked about yesterday. You can write out all your factors, whatever you want to do, that'll be fine. Okay, Leah, can you please tell me what to do next?
2x squared minus 8x plus 17x minus 123.
Yeah, you said minus 8 and minus 18, right? So I don't know. Is it? It's not a laugh. It's right. You said minus 8. So I'm sorry. You're the wonderful. All right. Grace, I'd like you to show off your common factoring skills here, please. Now, there was a few people that said they didn't remember the common factor. Common factoring, you need to do. This is totally essential. So, Grace, what divides both 2x squared and 18x, please?
2x.
Good. What's left?
X minus 9.
Good. Jennifer, what's common, please, between 17x and negative 153?
17.
Good. What's left inside the bracket?
X minus 9.
Okay, now Jennifer, you have a 99.9 in this course, so I know that's right. How did you know that these two are both divisible by 17? Like, how did you sort of get that?
I just divided negative 153 by 7.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing that you're thinking about, for me, when I look at this, I know I have to have an x minus 9, right? So I know that this 17x has to change to x, so it divides by 17 and 153 by that difference in there. All right, Quinn, can you give me the final answer here, please?
Bracket 2x plus 17. Bracket 9 or x minus 7.
Okay, now we're going to start today's lesson here right now. I'm going to start with quadratic formula and move on to completing the square. All right, now, I'm not going to put anyone on the spot today, okay, because you may use your notes, okay? But there will be people in this class who don't have quadratic formula memorized from grade 10. You should, okay? So if you don't, that's when you're spending an hour every night until you have it memorized, reciting to yourself. Okay. I'm going to pick on someone at random. Liam, can you recite the quadratic?
That was not random.
Can you recite the quadratic formula for me, please?
Negative 3.
Yeah.
Plus 9.
Yeah.
Over b squared plus minus 4ac
All over 2a.
Good.
Okay, can I get another brief? So sorry, Liam, and I'll stop picking on you now, I promise. Can I get someone else, please, to tell me when you would use the quadratic formula, why you would use it, what, anything like that? Go ahead.
Find the roots to a single factor usually.
Yeah, so what you're solving here is you're solving used ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. That's standard form for that. Again, if it doesn't factor easily, you can do it. Again, if it's not possible to factor, because there are some equations that can't factor, right? So there's that there. You can use this anytime it's in that form. Mr. Lace and I used to get in arguments over this because I told students they should factor. First in his philosophy is you can't find the numbers right away, just use quad formula, that's fine. Okay, right? But generally quadratic formula, as you'll see here, will take up like half a page to do a little tiny answer, and factoring takes 3 lines, okay? So whatever you want, okay? Okay, this is coming back. If you don't recall this from last year, that's okay, but this formula I'm not giving on any test can be expected. You can use this at any time, okay, in the course, all right? So if it's not the same thing with sine law and cosine law, we'll get to those later on in the course, but things like that are grade 10 things that you should have memorized. If you don't, that's okay, but make sure you learn. Okay, Bailey, are you ready for example 1? Okay, example 1 says, solve for x. It's going to say 6x squared minus 3x minus 2 equals 0. Okay, Bailey, you're going to be up first. You're going to have 2 difficult jobs. Okay, first job is to recite from memory or from your paper the quadratic formula nice and loud so the whole class can hear. The reason I'm doing this is that by hearing this stuff, it sticks in your brain. So Bailey, can you brave and recite it from your brain or from the board, please? Go ahead. X equals.
X equals negative 3 and x squared minus 4a all divided by 2a.
All divided by 2a. Excellent. Now you're not done, Bailey, because that was just reading. Can you tell me, please, what a equals, what b equals, and what c equals from that equation? Okay, it's okay. Somebody help me here. I know it's grade 10. I know it's been a while for people, except for one person just took grade 10. Go ahead.
A would be 6.
Okay.
B would be negative 3, and C would be negative 3.
Okay, good. And you want to explain where you got those numbers from, other than three lucky guesses?
Ax, negative by, negative C.
Yeah. So if you take a look, the a is going to be the x squared coefficient, the b is going to be the x coefficient, and the c is going to be the number. All right, Kylie, I'd like you to be tremendously brave and sub all those numbers in the equation. Go ahead. X equals.
X equals negative 6. Or sorry, negative 3. Or no, they're positive.
Yeah, no, we're going to like this for today. It is positive. Okay.
Plus or minus
Yeah.
square root of negative 3 squared.
Yeah.
Minus 4.
Yeah.
6 is negative 2.
Yeah.
All over 2 times 6.
Yeah. Like, who wouldn't love this? Like, who would want to factor when you can look at this awful thing? Anyway. Okay. Noah, right? Noah. Be brave, please. You're going to do some calculator work for me. What's negative 3 equal to? 9. That would be 9 there. 3 first, and you're one step ahead of me, so that's 9. Finally, negative 4 times 6 times negative 2. Negative 4 times 6 times negative 2. What's that? Yeah. Now, one thing to remember for this, and that's going to be over 12. One thing to remember for this is that's a positive 48, because that's negative 4 times 6 times negative 2. The number one mistake that's made in this class, or at least in the top 2 or 3, is that people call that negative 48, right? Because, like, right, the negative there and negative there, right, is going to be a plus. Do you have a question there?
No.
All right, Luke, I'm picking on you. You get the easy one. What's 9 plus 47?
9 plus 47.
Yeah. Or sorry, 9 plus 48, sorry. 57. Now, since you had the easy question, I'm also going to give you the second easiest question. Tell me the square root of 57, please. 3 decimals.
7.54.
Dot, dot, dot. We're going to put it in there too. Now, can somebody tell me what that plus or minus thing actually means? Where's that plus or minus thing? Go ahead. Yeah, there's 2, right? So the way it's going to work, you think of how roots go on a parabola, right? There's only like the positive root and the negative root away from the vertex, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rewrite this here. I'm going to say 3 plus that, or x equals 3 minus 7.549. And generally, there's going to be 2 roots. I'm going to show you a picture here. Maybe not today. I'll do it a different day. We'll get to intersections, okay? But there can be multiple solutions there. All right. Now, I would like everyone to take the next 10 seconds of their lives and try and calculate out the answer. And I'm going to force you to do this because half of you will get it wrong. And I wish I could say that that's not the case, but I've taught this course for many, many years, and people make a horrible mistake on this. Yes?
On a test, would you want us to round it, or would you want us to do like the whole thing?
Leave the whole thing. Dot, dot, dot just means I'm too lazy to write out more numbers, okay? That's all that means, okay? So you want to be as exact as humanly possible. In fact, in about a month, you're going to just leave it as this. Right, we'll show you how to deal with square roots, okay? So we won't have decimals at all. Okay, so everyone's got those 2 calculated? Okay, who here, actually, can everyone just close your eyes? You don't have to put your heads in your desk for this. Who here thought the answer is 3.549? 3.59 or 3.6, raise your hand if you think the answer is 3.6. Okay, good. What if you, does anyone here think the answer is 0.8 something? Raise your hand. Okay, for those people that thought the answer was 0.8 something, or 3.6, for the people that had 3.6, this is what happened to you. You just did this in your calculator. Why will that not give you the right answer? Anybody here? What's going to be the issue there?
Yeah, but I have operations.
Order of operations, right? So what the calculator is doing is just dividing the 7.5. So the two options that you have when you're doing this is, well, the way I would do it is this. Okay, so if I'm equals and divided by 12, or just do this. Okay. So the answer should be 0.879-ish. Okay. Okay, that's what it should be. Okay. So either one of those two ways, you see what happened there? You see the difference? Right, so we don't want to do this. So for those people, you know, again, that happens a lot. That's why I'm making a big deal out of that. Okay. On the right-hand side, it should be negative 0.379. It should be over here, right? Okay, does somebody confirm that? Those look right? Okay, so just be careful with that. That's a common mistake that's made. I'm trying to show you guys some of the common mistakes that are there. Now, I like what I'm looking at right here, and I see people typing numbers into a calculator, okay? If you're someone that passively sits back and watches what I do, that's good, okay? But I understand completely what's going on. If you're doing a calculation, I've worked it out here. Hopefully it's right. Okay, considering I made a mistake with the homework there 2 days ago, you should always check what I'm doing now, okay? But you know, you should make sure if you're the people that are going to have to actually solve these questions yourselves, right? So make sure that you can get it to work out. If something's not clear, if you said, you know what, Mr. Sadler, I don't quite get why that's plus 48, okay, use the time to ask for this class. I know I go through quickly here. I know I'm intimidating because I bark when I speak. No, I'm just joking. Okay. I saw a skit, forget, I don't want to do it. But the point is, I know I'm intimidating because I talk fast, okay, but for this, don't be afraid. Please ask questions, okay? I'm here to help. I apologize again. That's my fault. Okay, example 2. I want you guys to try this one for me, please. Because this is why the quadratic formula was made. It's a question like this. Ready? Okay, this is the reason the quadratic formula was created. Okay, for things that you can't hope to factor. Okay, no one, not even I could factor that one. Okay, and I see one grossed out face, that's okay. This is why the quadratic formula was made. It was not made for questions like the warm-ups one, okay? So take a second, do this one, then we'll move on to something else, which will be completing the square.